Every spring, when H1B lottery results come out, something shifts in Bengaluru and Hyderabad. Phones go quiet, coffee cups pause mid-air, team leads check shortlist with a mix of hope and backup plans. For years, the H1B visa was not just paperwork, it was the bridge between India's tech talent and America's need for engineers. But today, that bridge is changing, and the companies that built it, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, they all are stepping back fast. So today we'll tell you exactly what is happening and what it means for every Indian who dreams of working in America. Namaskar, this is Ecos Global and I'm your host, Neha Upadhyay. So here are the exact facts. Business Standard confirmed just yesterday that total H1B registrations for FY financial year 27 is 2,11,600. Compared that to financial year 2026, it was 3,43,981. That is a drop of 38.5% in 1 year. And to put that in even more shocking context, in 2024, H1B registrations had reached 7,58,994. So, from 7,58,994 in 2024 to 2,11,600 in financial year 2027. That is the lowest level in at least 7 years. And Indian IT companies are a major reason why. TCS, which once filed 11,212 H1B applications, cut that down to 7,844 by financial year 2024, and the numbers have kept falling since. Infosys, Wipro, HCL, Tech Mahindra, all cutting, all rethinking, all stepping back from the program that built their American business. Now let's talk about why these companies are cutting. See, there are several reasons behind this. First reason is cost. The $100K H1B fee proposal confirmed by Bloomberg and Wall Street Journal. It actually sent shock waves through Indian IT boardrooms. Even before it became law, companies started planning for a world where H1B cost 10 times more than before. TCS, Infosys, Tech Mahindra stocks all fell sharply the day the proposal was announced. TCS dropped 3.4%, Infosys slid 3.9%, Tech Mahindra tumbled 6.5%. JPMorgan warned that profit margins could shrink up by 13%. That is not a small number. That is an existential threat to the Indian IT business model. Reason number 2. Political pressure. US Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and Florida Governor have openly called the H1B program a scam. Right-wing activist Laura Loomer said US workers are being replaced. The political environment for H1B has never been more hostile, and Indian IT companies who depend on America for 60+% of their revenues are not willing to fight that battle publicly. Reason number 3. The model has already changed. Post-COVID, more work happens from India. Fewer people need to go on site. Infosys, which sent 71% of project effort offshore in financial year 15, is now at 76% of offshore in financial year 2025. The work is already moving to India, and H1B is becoming less essential. So what this means for Indian workers? Now here is the part that every Indian who is planning to go to America through an Indian IT company needs to hear. The traditional pathway looked like this: join TCS or Infosys in India, work for a couple of years, get sent to America on an H1B, build your career there. That pathway is getting narrower. Companies are hiring locally in America instead, nearshoring work to other countries, automating one, and filing fewer H1B petitions, which means fewer opportunities for Indian workers to make that transition from India to America through the traditional IT company route. Nearshore Americas confirmed that H1B approvals for major Indian IT companies have plunged to a decade low in financial year 2025. For all the major Indian IT companies combined, that is a fraction of what it used to be. Now here is something that does not get talked about enough in this conversation: AI. Automation is changing the nature of IT work itself. Many roles that used to require someone to be physically present at a client site in America can now be done remotely from India or are being done by AI tools entirely. JPMorgan said it directly that The relative price of hiring H1B workers will rise sharply, likely driving outsourcing giants to increase offshoring and substitute visa hires with local staff. That shift could erode the very cost advantages that made India's IT model dominant for decades. So this is not just about fee and politics. It is about a fundamental change in how technology work gets done globally, and the H1B pathway, which was built for a different era of IT delivery, is being squeezed from multiple directions at once. Now let's talk about what this means for Indians. See, if you are currently working for an Indian IT company in India and you are hoping to be sent to America on H1B, understand that the competition for those spots is going to get significantly more intense. Why? Because fewer petitions are being filed, and the ones that are filed are going to go to the most critical roles, the most senior people, the most specialized skills. Entry-level and the mid-level IT workers, who used to be the bulk of H1B filings, are going to find that pathway much harder to access. And if you are already in America on H1B through an Indian IT company, understand that your company's appetite for extending and sponsoring green cards may also be changing as they rethink their entire US delivery model. So I think I have delivered everything that I wanted to convey. If you have any questions, you can tell us in the comment section. That's all in this video. Stay tuned to Ecos Global.